Yesterday, obviously, missing chances in the first half was unacceptable. I mean, there were 3 or 4 times where United should have scored and should have been 2-0 up.
Manchester United have made the tough call. We all know by now that after a long series of poor performances, the club has let go of Erik ten Hag. This decision wasn't easy, especially since he did win them a couple of trophies. However, for many fans and pundits, it seemed like the only way forward. Garry Neville, former United player and now a commentator, shared his thoughts on this decision. After watching United struggle on the pitch, particularly in games like the one against Tottenham, Neville felt that Ten Hag's departure was inevitable. That Tottenham match became a turning point to see the deep issue within the team. Many supporters had hoped for a revival this season, but instead, it brought more disappointment and lost chances. Throughout the season, United missed multiple opportunities to improve. Even with chances in recent games, they failed to capitalise, leaving fans and management frustrated. Despite the support that Ten Hag received, both financially and in player resources, the team's position in the league dropped as low as 14th, an unacceptable spot for a club of United's calibre. According to Garry Neville, it was unsurprising that the owners decided to let him go after yet another disappointing game. So when is the right time, as timing matters? Deciding to part ways with a manager isn't straightforward, especially when the club has invested in them. Neville pointed out that United's management likely considered this move for a while, possibly since the Tottenham loss, but hoped for improvement. This hesitation is common. Club owners often wish for a manager to turn things around. If the problems persist, they have no choice but to act. For Manchester United, the decision seemed to be building up, and the final loss only confirmed it was time to make a change. Every club manager's future is uncertain. Club owners begin to explore possible replacements. Neville explained that in similar cases, he's seen owners scout new candidates well before making any official decisions. It's a necessary process when performance is lacking. The club's leadership needs to weigh its options up and choose the right moment to act. For Manchester United, the choice to move on from Erik ten Hag was likely a mix of poor performances and a need for visible progress. A team without an identity is one of Neville's main concerns, and recently, the problem has been a lack of identity or style. For a club as prestigious as Man United, having a distinctive way of playing is essential. Fans want to feel proud of their club and their placement on the field, and not have to struggle or not get confused by inconsistent tactics. Despite significant investments in players, United's style of play remained pretty unclear. Many fans felt as if they were watching a different team every single week, with no rhythm or consistency. This lack of a clear identity is especially disappointing for long-time fans who remember United's attacking, high-energy play from the previous eras. Neville questioned some of Ten Hag's choices, like using older players in key positions while recruits sat on the bench. The decisions puzzled supporters and raised doubts about Ten Hag's strategy. It seemed that United were still struggling to find their place, despite all the resources available to them and his years on the bench. Can Rúben van Nistelrooy make a difference? With Ten Hag gone, Rúben van Nistelrooy has stepped in as an interim manager. Naturally, fans are wondering if he can bring quick changes to the squad. Well, Neville remains cautious about this expectation. While Van Nistelrooy can make adjustments, establishing a completely new style in such a short time is a challenge. Being on the coaching staff previously, he understands the team's dynamics, but the task of reshaping United's identity is daunting. After all, he's a Man United legend, and he understands what this club is and what it represents. Regardless of Van Nistelrooy's results, the club have looked for an option that they firmly believe will make a redemption to put Man United back to their former glory. The new and exciting coach that they're looking to is Rúben Amorim from Sporting Lisbon. He's a skilled communicator and a flexible coach, known for his positive attitude and focus on team unity. He avoids discussing referees with the media and prefers to credit his players for success rather than promoting himself. At Sporting, he built a team spirit where every player felt important, believing that a squad should function as a single cohesive unit. Influenced by his mentors, including the likes of Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola, he values attacking football but adapts his tactics to win, analysing opponents carefully. He's pragmatic, hard-working, and focused on achieving results through team effort. At Sporting, he mostly used the 3-4-3 formation with a focus on high pressing, using wing-backs to attack, and creating space through movement. His team defends compactly and uses quick transitions to exploit the opposition's weakness. Well, Garry Neville suggested that more significant changes might be required to address the deeper issues in the team. He proposed that a 3 at the back formation could offer more stability in defence, considering United's fullbacks tend to perform better offensively. He's probably hinted at the tactics from Amorim that he thinks will benefit the squad. This setup could make the players more comfortable and add a layer of defensive support. As they're looking ahead for a vision of United's future new manager, the club's leadership will hopefully have thought carefully about the type of manager that they want and the direction that they envisioned for the team. With the investments made in the summer, hopefully they looked for somebody who can work with the current squad rather than making another major rebuild. But even if the new manager brings out the best in the team, long-term planning remains necessary. Garry Neville explains that even if some players can't elevate United to the top, they should be delivering better performances than we are seeing. The new manager's task will be to improve the squad's output and identify the players that are worth keeping. He suggested avoiding drastic changes in January, allowing the new manager time to assess the squad. This approach could give United some stability and prevent constant disruption. The path forward for Man United has experienced many ups and downs in the past decade, struggling to maintain stability since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Each new manager brings hope of a revival, only to face challenges with high expectations and inconsistent results. As the club looks ahead, it's essential to reflect on these past experiences and build a strategy that aligns with its values and objectives. Man United is an example of the delicate balance between honouring tradition and meeting modern football's demands. They've got a storied history, but legacy alone isn't enough in today's competition. As the game evolves, so should the club. The honouring of the history and the legacy should too. They need a comprehensive plan both on and off the pitch, which fosters stability, growth and an exciting playing style that resonates with the fans. Hope for a brighter tomorrow. Letting go of Ten Hag was undoubtedly a tough decision for Man United, but it could make the way for a fresh start. By focusing on developing a clear identity and improving on-field performance, United can begin to rebuild with renewed purpose. The fans, known for their loyalty and their sheer number, now look to see if the leadership will make the right choices to restore pride in the club. Though challenges lie ahead, the potential for a brighter future remains. With careful planning, a strong vision and the right manager, United could once again reclaim their place among football's elite, not 14th or anything below the top 5. As the club navigates this transition, the hope is that United can build a team that not only wins, but has the spirit and passion that have long defined the club. Share with us your opinion in the comment section down below. Do you think that sacking Erik Ten Hag was a good idea for Man United, or can the club flourish with the future new manager? Will Amorim be a good replacement? To see more content like this, please support us by clicking the like and subscribe button.